In today's tutorial, we'll go over how to make Iron Man's landing scene. All right.
Brickology!
Hey everybody, Thomas here. The other day I was shooting something and I needed this one shot where, Iron Man, when he lands and he does that famous landing where he's like, boom, he hits the ground and his one hand's on the ground, his other hand's up, and you're like, dude, hey, that looks so cool. Well, I needed it in my shot, but I was like, dude, how am I gonna do this? So I started fiddling around with it, started experimenting with different ways, and I think I finally came up with it. So I want to pass it along to you. So today's tutorial is on how to do Iron Man's landing. But before we start,
Subscribe!
Your support on this channel helps me make more videos like this, which will hopefully in turn allow you to make more brick films yourself. So if you're ready, let's get going. Oh yeah. First thing we got to do is know how to do the pose. So I've taken him apart, except for this leg part right here. You can see I've left it in, but I've taken everything else. Got to have some of the sticky tack. Put some down. Take one leg, the left one. Put that toes down. And there you go. Take another piece, I stick it in the top hole right here. And with this part, one arm needs to be down, one arm needs to be up, like this. Then I stick this right in there, so one arm is down, one arm is up. And the key is, you don't want any of this putty to show. Now I take another piece and I stick it to the back of the neck right here. That way I can control the head, because I do not have the head piece in here. See, there is no head in there. I stick it here so I can do something with the head if I'd like. And then finally I take one more little piece, stick it to the bottom of this leg, and I put it right in front of him. So here was my first attempt. I think it looks pretty okay. The first part of this scene will be masking. I want him to fall right into the street right here, so I don't want him so close to the building and then jump out here. I want him right down the middle. So I'm going to need to take pictures of a clean shot without him in it, a shot with him in it, another shot without him in it as the camera pans down. And here is the rig that I've made to put Iron Man on. You see he's just up there, and then with all these bricks, as he comes down, I take these bricks away so it looks like he's lowering. I slap it on here so it's nice and stable so he can't move. And as I shoot, as I go lower, I just take bricks away like this, and he looks like he's getting lower and lower. All right, here's just a quick review on masking. I have the clean shot, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other shot with Iron Man, put him on top of it, and now if you see, I can erase this. So I erase what I have. There you go. It looks like he's floating. All right, and in Dragonframe, here we are. Here is Iron Man. Let's go through this frame by frame. He's coming down. So all these shots I've masked out the Lego rigging that was holding him up. He's coming down, and when he hits the ground. So in the movies, it looks like he just lands immediate without any transition into from here to here. So that's what I tried to mimic. And here was my second attempt. I think this is better because I put a little bit more detail at the end. Now version 2 I find much more interesting. The opening is exactly the same. He's coming down to land. And I put this picture right here with him touching his foot to the ground as an extra one. One thing I do want you to notice is some of these shots he's out of focus, and then he's in focus, and this one he's really blurry. I tried to experiment with this to see if it would kind of look like a blurry effect, like he's speeding down. I'm not sure if it actually worked. Not sure if it actually worked, but it was an experiment. So here he is touching the ground, and then the next shot he hits the ground, he hits his pose, and in order to show that, wow, he made an impact and there's dirt flying all over the place, I put these 3 little pieces of Lego to simulate rock and debris flying off. So I did that, boom, and they kind of flip around. And I stuck them in these positions with the tacky putty. You can see it right there, kind of sticking out, and they slow down. And then at the end here, just for fun, I made Iron Man look up. So that's version 2. I like this one. Let's see this one from the beginning. Now, as always, sound design is very important. I needed to sell this whole action, so I, found a little plane sound. I found the metal, striking the ground sound, and I put little body hits and little pebbles rolling all over the place, just to try to make it a little bit more realistic. Because without the sound, dude, it's just a piece of Lego falling on the ground. And now, since you've made it this far, here is what I think is the most realistic and the best version of this Iron Man landing. Here we go. Oh, Iron Man, you okay? Hulk get you bended. Look at me. This is a poor man's Hulkbuster. If you'd like to help me out so I can get the real Hulkbuster, then subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. I mean, look at me. Just look at me. My gosh.